Welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into a chilling truth that's hidden behind the bubbles, colors, and sweet taste of your favorite cold drinks. Every time you pop open a can, hear that fizz, and take a sip, you might feel refreshed for a moment, but what's actually happening inside your body is a slow, silent process of damage. Cold drinks, whether they're sodas, fizzy beverages, or artificially flavored juices, have become a daily part of modern life. They're everywhere in schools, offices, restaurants, and homes, and are marketed as symbols of energy, happiness, and youth. But behind those glossy ads and refreshing flavors lies a dangerous reality. These drinks are loaded with sugar, chemicals, acids, and additives that may taste good but quietly poison your organs, disrupt your hormones, and drain your energy over time. When you take that first sip, your tongue immediately detects the sweetness, and your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical. That instant pleasure tricks your body into wanting more. What you might not realize is that within the first few minutes of drinking, your body receives an enormous sugar load, often equivalent to 10 to 12 teaspoons in a single can. Normally, such a dose would make you vomit, but the phosphoric acid and carbonation mask the overwhelming sweetness, allowing your body to absorb that sugar shock. As the sugar enters your bloodstream, your pancreas starts releasing insulin rapidly to manage the surge. That insulin rush converts the excess sugar into fat, especially around your liver and belly. Over time, this constant cycle of sugar spikes and crashes leads to insulin resistance, the first step toward type 2 diabetes. But sugar isn't the only culprit. Cold drinks are also highly acidic. The phosphoric acid, citric acid, and carbonic acid in them lower the pH of your mouth, eroding your tooth enamel and weakening your gums. That's why frequent soda drinkers often have yellow teeth, cavities, and sensitive gums. The acid doesn't stop there. It travels to your stomach and can disturb your natural digestive balance. Your stomach is already acidic, but when you introduce synthetic acids from soft drinks, you upset its delicate lining, causing bloating, indigestion, and even gastritis over time. Then comes caffeine, another hidden ingredient in most cold drinks. It's a stimulant that increases alertness for a short while, but when consumed regularly, it dehydrates your body and raises your heart rate. It may even cause anxiety, jitteriness, and sleep disturbances. The caffeine mixed with sugar creates a false sense of energy, a temporary high followed by an inevitable crash, leaving you craving another drink to get that same buzz again. This is how dependence begins. Slowly, your brain associates feeling good with consuming that beverage, and without realizing it, you fall into an addictive pattern. Artificial sweeteners are no better. Many diet or zero-sugar cold drinks replace sugar with chemicals like aspartame, sucralose, or saccharin. These substances may cut calories, but they confuse your body's metabolism. Your brain tastes sweetness but receives no calories, leading to more cravings and overeating later. Moreover, studies have linked artificial sweeteners to gut microbiome imbalances. Your gut bacteria play a crucial role in immunity, digestion, and even mood regulation, but cold drinks filled with artificial additives destroy beneficial bacteria and allow harmful ones to thrive. This imbalance can cause inflammation, weight gain, and weakened immunity. The carbonation that gives cold drinks their fizz can also harm your body. Carbon dioxide dissolved under pressure forms carbonic acid, which makes the drink bubbly. When consumed, this gas expands in your stomach, causing bloating and discomfort. Over time, excessive carbonation can weaken your esophagus and cause acid reflux or heartburn. People who drink sodas daily often complain of gas, burping, and digestive distress, yet rarely associate it with their beverage habit. Then there's the problem of dehydration. It sounds strange because we often drink cold drinks to quench thirst, but in reality, they do the opposite. The caffeine and sugar act as diuretics, making your body lose water through increased urination. Instead of hydrating, these drinks leave you more dehydrated. This is why people who rely on cold drinks instead of water often feel tired, sluggish, or dizzy. Dehydration also affects skin health, leading to dryness, dullness, and premature aging. One of the most dangerous aspects of regular cold drink consumption is its impact on your liver. The liver processes everything you consume, but when it's constantly bombarded with high fructose corn, Syrup, the main sweetener in most sodas, it becomes overloaded. The liver starts converting excess sugar into fat, leading to fatty liver disease. Over time, this condition can progress to liver inflammation and even cirrhosis. This damage happens quietly with few symptoms until it becomes severe. Cold drinks are also linked to bone weakness. The phosphoric acid in them interferes with calcium absorption. When your body doesn't get enough calcium, it starts pulling it from your bones to maintain blood balance. This weakens your bone density, making you more prone to fractures and osteoporosis. Teenagers who drink sodas regularly instead of milk or water often have reduced bone growth and weaker skeletal structure. Another major problem is obesity. A single can of soda contains around 150 calories, all from sugar. When you drink just one can a day, that adds up to over 50,000 extra calories a year, enough to gain several kilograms of fat. The problem worsens because liquid calories don't make you feel full. Unlike solid food, cold drinks don't trigger the same satiety signals in your brain, so you keep consuming more without realizing how many calories you've taken in. The kidneys also take a hit. Cold drinks, especially colas, contain high levels of phosphate and sugar, which put immense stress on your kidneys. Over time, this can lead to kidney stones and reduced kidney function. When you drink cold beverages frequently, the constant load of sugar and acids forces your kidneys to work harder to maintain electrolyte balance, eventually leading to damage. Cold drinks also mess with your heart. The high sugar content increases triglycerides and bad cholesterol, LDL, while reducing good cholesterol, HDL. This imbalance contributes to plaque formation in arteries, narrowing them and increasing the risk of heart attacks and strokes. Studies have shown that people who consume sugary beverages daily are significantly more likely to develop cardiovascular diseases than those who avoid them. Then there's the effect on your hormones. The combination of sugar spikes, caffeine, and artificial chemicals disrupts insulin and cortisol regulation. For women, this can lead to menstrual irregularities and hormonal acne. For men, excess sugar and caffeine may reduce testosterone levels and sperm quality. Over time, this hormonal chaos affects mood, energy levels, and metabolism. Cold drinks even alter brain chemistry. The repeated dopamine spikes from sugar create a reward loop similar to that caused by addictive drugs. The more you consume, the less sensitive your brain becomes to dopamine, meaning you need more to feel the same pleasure. This not only fosters addiction but also increases the risk of depression, anxiety, and cognitive fatigue. The impact extends beyond the body, even your skin feels it. High sugar intake causes glycation, a process where sugar molecules bind to proteins like collagen, making your skin lose elasticity. That's why habitual soda drinkers often develop wrinkles earlier. Additionally, dehydration from caffeine and acids robs your skin of its glow. Children and teenagers are especially vulnerable. Their developing organs, bones, and teeth can't handle the chemical overload from cold drinks. Consuming these beverages regularly during growth years leads to obesity, poor focus, hyperactivity, and mood swings. The sugar highs and crashes make it harder for them to concentrate in school. Environmental effects are equally concerning. The plastic bottles and aluminum cans used for packaging cold drinks generate massive pollution. Microplastics from these containers can leach into the drinks themselves, which means when you sip your soda, you might also be consuming tiny plastic particles that accumulate in your body over time. Cold drinks also displace healthier habits. When your brain associates refreshment with soda, you stop drinking water, herbal teas, or natural juices. Over time, your taste buds adapt to high sweetness, and natural foods start to taste bland. This disconnects you from real nourishment and keeps you trapped in a cycle of artificial cravings. Some people try to justify drinking sodas occasionally, but the truth is, even moderate consumption can have cumulative effects. The body doesn't recognize artificial sugars or chemical preservatives as natural substances, so they accumulate, leading to inflammation and oxidative stress. Over time, this ongoing oxidative stress silently destroys cells, accelerates aging, and lays the groundwork for chronic illnesses. Your immune system becomes weaker because constant sugar spikes reduce the ability of white blood cells to fight infections. Even just one can of soda can suppress immune function for several hours. When this happens daily, your body becomes more vulnerable to colds, allergies, and even autoimmune conditions. The inflammation triggered by cold drinks doesn't just stay in one place, it spreads through your bloodstream, affecting every organ, from your heart and liver to your brain and joints. Chronic inflammation is one of the most dangerous long-term effects because it acts as a silent fire within your body, slowly destroying tissues and paving the way for diseases like arthritis, cancer, and metabolic syndrome. One overlooked danger of cold drinks is how they interfere with nutrient absorption. The phosphoric acid and caffeine not only pull calcium from your bones but also reduce the body's ability to absorb iron, magnesium, and zinc, minerals essential for energy production, immunity, and muscle function. Over time, this can lead to deficiencies that leave you feeling weak, tired, and mentally foggy. This nutrient depletion also impacts your hair and nails, making them brittle and dull. Many people mistake these signs for stress or aging, not realizing that their daily beverage choice is the real culprit. Cold drinks can even affect reproductive health. The artificial chemicals and high-fructose corn syrup are known endocrine disruptors, meaning they interfere with hormone signaling. For women, this can lead to irregular menstrual cycles, polycystic ovary syndrome, POS, and difficulty conceiving. For men, these substances can lower testosterone, reduce sperm count, and impact fertility. Research has shown that regular soda drinkers have significantly lower reproductive health markers compared to those who avoid these drinks. The damage isn't immediate, it builds up gradually, which is why people don't connect the dots until the symptoms become severe. Another critical area that suffers from cold drink consumption is your brain. While you may feel a burst of mental alertness right after drinking one, it's followed by a rapid decline in focus and energy. The brain relies on a steady supply of glucose, but the massive sugar surge from cold drinks causes chaos. The spike and crash cycle makes it harder to maintain concentration, increases irritability, and even affects memory retention. Over time, this pattern can contribute to cognitive decline and mental fatigue. High sugar intake also reduces the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein vital for learning and memory. Low BDNF levels are associated with depression and Alzheimer's disease. The kidneys also suffer silently. The high phosphate levels found in most cold drinks disrupt the delicate balance of minerals your kidneys work hard to maintain. When phosphate levels rise, your body begins leaching calcium from bones, which combines with phosphate in the kidneys to form stones. Over time, these crystals grow larger, causing excruciating pain and potential kidney damage. Studies have linked soda consumption to higher risks of kidney failure, especially in people who drink multiple cans daily. The problem is that kidney function declines gradually. By the time symptoms appear, much of the damage has already been done. The digestive system, too, bears the burden. The carbonation expands in your stomach, creating pressure that pushes stomach acid into your esophagus, causing acid reflux and heartburn. The constant exposure to this acid can erode your esophagus lining and lead to chronic gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD. Moreover, the artificial colors and preservatives, such as sodium benzoate and caramel coloring, have been linked to hyperactivity in children and allergic reactions in sensitive individuals. These additives serve no nutritional purpose, they're there purely for appearance and shelf life, yet they come with a heavy biological cost. It's not just your internal organs that suffer. Cold drinks also affect your physical appearance. Sugar contributes to water retention and bloating, making your face look puffy and tired. The dehydrating effect of caffeine and high sodium levels causes your body to hold onto water in the wrong places, leaving you feeling sluggish and uncomfortable. The sugar overload also triggers acne breakouts, especially around the jawline and forehead. People who switch from sodas to water often notice clearer skin, reduced puffiness, and a more radiant glow within weeks. The carbonation and acids also harm your throat and voice. Frequent exposure to acidic drinks can cause throat irritation, hoarseness, and even damage to vocal cords. This is why singers and voice artists avoid carbonated beverages before performances. They dry out the throat and make it harder to speak or sing clearly. Cold drinks are often paired with junk food, burgers, fries, and pizzas, which makes the damage worse. The sugar, salt, and fat combination overloads your digestive and hormonal systems, creating a toxic cycle where your body constantly craves more unhealthy food. This pairing amplifies inflammation and accelerates metabolic disorders like obesity and hypertension. Another critical concern is the link between cold drinks and cancer risk. The caramel coloring used in many colas contains a chemical called 4-methylamidazole, which has been identified as a potential carcinogen. The high sugar levels also feed cancer cells since they thrive on glucose. Excessive sugar intake has been associated with higher risks of breast, pancreatic, and colon cancers. The oxidative stress caused by artificial additives further damages DNA, increasing the likelihood of mutations that can trigger cancerous growth. Let's not forget the emotional side of soda addiction. Many people turn to cold drinks for comfort, stress relief, or as a reward after a long day. The dopamine release gives temporary happiness, masking deeper emotional or lifestyle issues. But over time, this dependency creates a vicious loop of emotional eating and drinking, leading to guilt, low self-esteem, and mental exhaustion. The drink that once felt refreshing now becomes something you feel you can't live without, even as it harms you from within. Cold drinks also impact sleep patterns. The caffeine content, even if mild, can interfere with your natural circadian rhythm. When consumed in the afternoon or evening, it delays the release of melatonin, the sleep hormone, leading to insomnia or restless sleep. Poor sleep, in turn, affects hormone balance, appetite regulation, and mood stability, pushing you deeper into an unhealthy lifestyle. For people who think switching to diet or zero versions makes things better, it doesn't. These drinks replace sugar with synthetic sweeteners that confuse your brain and digestive system. Your body expects calories after tasting sweetness, but when none arrive, it increases hunger signals. This often leads to overeating later, undoing any perceived benefit. Additionally, some artificial sweeteners disrupt gut flora so severely that they cause chronic bloating and inflammation. The packaging itself adds another layer of toxicity. Many plastic bottles contain bisphenol A, BPA, a chemical that leaches into the drink, especially when exposed to heat. BPA mimics estrogen in the body, disrupting hormonal balance and increasing risks of infertility, obesity, and even certain cancers. Even cans are lined with similar substances to prevent corrosion, so no container is truly safe. Cold drinks also mess with your metabolism in surprising ways. They slow down fat burning by affecting how your body uses insulin. When insulin levels remain high due to constant sugar spikes, your body stores more fat instead of burning it for energy. This is why even slim people who regularly drink sodas often develop visceral fat, the dangerous type that accumulates around internal organs. Visceral fat is closely